we are live, and I'm going to share this with everybody, so bear with me. All right, everybody, hello, and welcome to another edition of SHIB 50/50 Raffle. And we'll get right into the raffle draw. Just give me a second here. Okay, got the echo. Cut that. There we go. It is 5:47. All right. Thanks for your little patience there. Thank you so much for paying attention. We are, as I've quoted before, we're all in it for the raffle. draws. Unfortunately, we have no ticket sales at this time, so therefore this will be an educational tutorial for every single person that wants to take part in it. Thanks, Jason Cox, for coming. Really appreciate that. Hello, everyone, and it's good to see Jason continuing to support the SHIB 50/50 raffle, so we can make everybody multi-millionaires, right? Yeah, 28.24, and it's right now at 27.37 right now. So we need to break above that 3,000 barrier. Then it's 36. We break above 36, we're going to 44. So that's impressive. SHIB should easily go back to the 3 zeros and break above its all-time high of that 4088 level. Unfortunately, a lot of people bought at that level. Hopefully, that everybody's smarter now that they understand what's going on, so they can get in. Hopefully, you got all your friends and family in, because you need everybody to get into this as soon as possible. This will not last, guys. And this bull cycle will end for a lot of companies, a lot of cryptocurrencies. Um, but SHIB should overseek them all. If anyone noticed that we've also burned a massive amount of SHIB today? Did anybody see that? Yes, we did. We burned a massive amount of SHIB today. So I think it was 340 million SHIB was sent to the reduction wallet. Anyone know how much money that is, by any chance? Anybody got any clue? Right now, that price is high, because we're at that 27. I think it burned it at 26.95. I do believe, when we were sitting at around the 2600 area. I'll tell you in a second here. We burned it 13 hours ago. 382 million was sent to 382 billion. Is that right? No, million. 382 million. Ooh, almost got me concerned. Yeah, so that's 382 million. So that's over 15,000, right? Roughly around that $15,000 range. So thank you, whoever did that. That's awesome. You're going to see more in these catch on, and it's going to be like a like a slow moving train that shoots off fireworks every so often. And then you're going to see it like fireworks, where it's going to happen. You're going to see this amount being done every single second. And you'll be like, oh, that's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, $15,000 doesn't mean anything to anybody. It's given to the whole community. But majority of these are repaying themselves. So as more and more people catch on to it, exactly the exact same thing happens. And same thing happens with Jason, too. It's going to happen to you, too. You're going to have a choice to make. Do I take it all, put it in a ledger, leave the country, and go and cash it out somewhere else? If you can do that, right, that's the one trick pony. If you can take all your profit out and not pay any to a dime to the governments, that'll be your niche, your thing. You'll be like, oh, I can do this. Can you? Do you have? Because if you do it, not saying you should, but if you do it, you have to stay 2 years out of the country. If you don't stay 2 years out of the country, you'll have to pay capital gains on that. And because you cashed it out, you will have to pay to the government. You won't be able to put it back in and then pay yourself in SHIB doing it, reducing the circulating supply. You'll have to pay the government in order to come back to the country, because they know that you had that money when you went out, and now you're bringing that cash back. And it makes sense, right? You got to be careful how you do it. And the best way to do it, of course, is the easiest way. Easiest way is to reduce the circulating supply of SHIB, so you pay yourself before you take your money out. So there's a process there, right? So you have to know exactly when you want to take your money out, and do you really want to take your money that's worth value, because SHIB is value, to something that's worth no value. Your US dollars. Did you hear what they had to say? Someone made, I don't know if it's true or not, but someone made a statement today. I read on it, and it said that they're getting rid of cash because they're realizing the dollar isn't worth anything. So they want to reduce the circulating supply by totally getting rid of the cash. Well, the problem with that is still you're still dealing with US currency. You're still dealing with that fiat currency that they've printed an enormous amount of money. Now, how do they offset that? Any country in the world can do this right now, but not all of them can benefit from it. There's just not enough SHIB in the world to help every single country out of debt. It's only enough for a select few, and even selector for those that are in enormous amount of debt. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but it makes sense to me. Excellent. Excellent. There's you can go on Lola on Twitter. What's her name? Crypto Lola. And be nice to her, and she might send you one of these shirts. The Shiba Inu shirt. Or hoodie, sorry. You might have to win it now, but yeah, she sent me this shirt. I was so thankful that she sent it to me. I asked her, is there anything I can do for you? Like, if there's anything I can help you with or whatever. And she said, no, just promote me. I said, no problem. I got no problem promoting people who help everyone else. I think that it's awesome that we look forward to the future and grow together. I think that's the most important part of any organization. And when you're part of a company, because this is what this is, you're part of the family. So, and that's what the whole SHIB Army is all about, is being part of that family. But more than that, we're going to grow together as a unit. So this will help every single person on the planet understand what's going on and what needs to happen with the SHIB, with SHIB, right? The word has to get out there. Now, it's going to get out there from me or from someone else. But the fact is, I was shocked myself that I'm late to the game. I'm like you, Jason. When you came in, it's exactly the same time, roughly around when I came in. I came in March 2022, right? 2021, it was born. Uh, in 2020, 2020, it was born in August, and I came in 2020 at the bottom end when it after it had spiked to 88, it dropped down. Yeah, you saw that too, huh? 28, 9, 29, 27, 9, 4 right now. And it's climbing like a rocket. Well, not like a rocket. If it was climbing like a rocket, everybody would have realized that the banks have not yet caught on to SHIB. And it's only a matter of time before they do. Now, which banks, right? The major banks, the national banks, they haven't caught on to SHIB. If they did, SHIB's gone. SHIB is going to be 8 cents, 10 cents, just like that, if they caught on to it. And the reason why would that be the driving force? Because they would buy it all. They would literally steal it from everybody. And would they dump it? No. What is their point? What would the banks do with it? They would leverage the piss out of it, reducing the circulating supply, getting paid from the governments to do it. I don't want to break it to you, but that's the truth of it. They will reduce the circulating supply for you because the government is going to pay them to reduce it because it increases their wealth. That's the bottom line. So how many people have their sell orders out already? As soon as it reaches 1 cent, before it reaches 1 cent, 99% of all SHIB holders are gone. They have completely they're out. All the SHIB holders are out. There's not going to be very many people holding SHIB at that point. But the banks will. The banks will buy it and then they will reduce the hell out of it because they're getting paid to by the government to do it. Why? Because that's money and debt that they're sitting on. So someone else took that debt away from them, the sellers, and they will reduce the circulating supply. Now, why would they do that? Well, they're getting paid to do it for one. Two is it increases their value of their bank and their lending rate goes insane because now you're not talking cents anymore, you're talking dollars. And SHIB in dollars and from nothing to 20 to 30 to 40 to $50 is a lot of hedging that they can do. Because now it's even more, it's worth more than gold. It's worth more than Bitcoin. It's worth a lot more to them than it is to you because they have so much debt they have to clear off off the records. So by reducing SHIB circulating supply increases their value of their currency. I'm going to say it again to you. It increases the value of their currency when they reduce the circulating supply of SHIB because they use their currency to buy it. Makes sense? They use their currency to buy it. So when they reduce SHIB, they're sending their currency into the dead end wallet, not SHIB, but their currency, because they use their currency to buy it. Makes sense, guys? I don't want to like overstep anyone's priorities or anything, but that's the power of a reducing circulating supply. It never happens because it gives endless possibilities and instant wealth to people, like instant wealth. If you know what you're looking for, that's the thing. You have to understand what it is that's in SHIB. And if you like what you're hearing, please give a like, subscribe, make sure you call all your friends and all your family members if you want them to succeed. This is where you need to be. You need to get educated. If you don't get educated, you won't understand, and that's why it's so important to understand what's going on. Should SHIB fly like a rocket? It depends on how many people are like how many people come into SHIB too, right? We don't want the national banks to take it from us. We want to make sure that everybody gets wealthy. We don't want to leave anyone out. The national banks will steal it from us, and I trust me, they will steal it from you, and they'll steal it from you in a heartbeat. Not even think twice about it, because it's been sitting here for 4 years and no one's caught on to it. You know, when Bitcoin came out was right after the incident in 2008, 2009 with the financial sector collapsing. Bitcoin came out. What happened to Bitcoin? It got confiscated. And then it got flushed back on the marketplace by the government. What's happening right now? We are in an impasse where we have a mountain of debt, like a severe mountain of debt. So how is it going to fix it? Well, Bitcoin is so high right now that all the companies, all the organizations sold Bitcoin. All their financial institutions sold it because it's so high. They're scared. So what are they going to buy? Well, now they got a reducing circulating currency. Now we don't have a limit anymore. We have a reducing circulating supply. And where's it sitting at? 4 zeros. Top 20 cryptocurrencies. Guaranteed to make you money. In fact, they get paid to reduce it. I'm going to say that again. And how do they get paid to reduce it, Jason? They get paid to reduce it by simply holding it, reducing it, getting a tax refund from the government in the form of a tax credit. That tax credit goes against what they just sent to pay themselves with it. Same thing with you. You want to cash out your SHIB. Okay, so you have to pay 30% back to the government. Well, if I take out 30% of what I would have taken out, how much is that? And then I reduce 30% of it before I take it out so I can pay myself, because I want to pay me first, right? So you pay yourself, you reduce the circulating supply, helps the whole community, and then you pull out whatever it is that you wanted and leave enough in there for yourself to benefit from it. Okay? But just remember, you're selling value to no value. Just so you're clear, right? Now, I don't know how long it's going to take before the national banks take it, but you will see a massive spike in SHIB. And then you will see a leveling off and a drop. And then a massive uptick in SHIB. And then you'll see the burn starting to happen. You won't see it the other way around. You'll see this massive drive where it'll shoot up like a bat out of hell. And you'll see trillions, literally hundreds of trillions of SHIB being bought from everybody. It'll be like a God candle, but it won't be a God candle. It'll be like a candle, and everybody's selling into it. So you got to remember that too. It'll be an enormous amount of people selling into it. So you got to keep that in mind. But the national banks have nothing but money, especially money that holds no value, like the Japanese yen, for one. Okay? Who else has a mountain of debt? Oh, U.S. does a mountain of debt. How can they possibly pay that off? Talked about this yesterday. How can they possibly pay it off? Well, they can buy SHIB. And how much SHIB do they have to buy? How much money do they give Ukraine? $130 billion to Ukraine. Now they could pay that all off in one simple move and do $60 billion right now in SHIB. That would buy it all, right? 60 billion would buy all SHIB right now because it's right now around 17, $18 billion market cap. So yeah, to buy it all right now, they could buy it all right now for $50 billion. Are you like $50 to $60 billion? They would take it all from everybody. And where would that leave them? Well, they'd reduce where they would reduce it. Well, why would they reduce it? Because then it adds value to what they've just burned. So they've lost all that money. Now they're going to reduce the circulating supply to drive the price up. Absolutely. Because they get paid to do it. Thank you. Now you get it. Now people understand what that means. Now everybody should be piling into SHIB, right? Right? No. But they should be. Yes. But they're not. No. Because they don't understand it. No. How many people are educated? How many people are educated in SHIB? Not enough. Exactly. Not enough. You need 8 billion people to realize it. Then you have a commodity. Then you have demand. And once they find out about it, and that's the whole purpose of this, we don't have a crystal ball to tell you when people are going to start cluing in to how SHIB is going to make its money, right? If they did, it would explode like a bat out of hell. It would fly so fast, so furious that you wouldn't be able to keep your head straight. And you'd probably sell way too early because we're just getting started. We're just starting to scratch the surface of SHIB, and nobody gets it. It is 1,000% guaranteed to make you money. And the fact that people haven't caught on to it yet is even more reason to jump in. It's because they're starting to, but they're not quite grasp that concept. And yes, you will be a multimillionaire if you hold SHIB, but you will have to wait and see how long it takes them to realize it. We pissed off the ecosystem today, guys. The ecosystem development team got mad that SHIB was being burned by somebody other than the Shibarium, right? They got really upset with it. We just hit 29, guys, if you noticed. Hey, Jason, we hit 29. 4029 just a couple seconds ago, just so that you know. I put this on the hallmark because I know for a fact when Vladimir Buterin did his burn back in 2021 for the 410 trillion, I don't think even he realized it when he reduced the circulating supply of SHIB by that much, that he actually set a precedent down because he was able to write that off against his taxes. And nobody caught on to it except me. Or it seems like it's just me. Maybe it's not just me. Maybe someone else did too. But how come they didn't exploit it? How come they didn't talk about it? Either they wanted to make sure their families got into it before it exploded, or they just didn't understand what the hell just happened. And Vladimir Buterin didn't catch on to it either, because if he was smart, he would have turned Ethereum gas taxes into SHIB instantly, because he gets to write that off, right? Every time it reduces its circulating supply and they reduce it with the gas tax, that means he's even making even more money because he's holding SHIB, an enormous amount of it. So, like, it makes like very little sense to me why he didn't do that. I mean, that would have been a no-brainer for me. You created these 3 wallets. Why wouldn't you want to take advantage of that? Like that, like to me, that's like the whole nuts and bolts of the whole thing of why you want to do it. But even he caught onto it. And I've been trying to get a hold of ZZ because I want Binance to start burning SHIB, because you got to start realizing that reducing the circulating supply actually benefits them because they're holding so much of it. They're holding 8 trillion SHIB. If you're holding 8 trillion SHIB, you have only one reason why you're holding 8 trillion SHIB. You understand that reducing the circulating supply adds to your value. if you're holding that much, because they can sell directly on their platform. And then the fees, they can drop the fees down because now they already paid those fees for everybody. Make sense? They already paid those fees. So all they're doing is if you want to buy SHIB, you're buying it straight from Binance. And then Binance, when you sell it, you're selling it back to Binance. It's not actually going on in the marketplace. So they charge the fees, and that's why they're going to lower them. That's how come Robinhood is having no problem paying everybody in SHIB, right? So because it's what they're doing. They're giving it out in SHIB, already paid the fees on Ethereum. Now they own it. They're selling you a SHIB right off of Robinhood because they're smart. What's going to happen is eventually they're going to catch on and start reducing the circulating supply of SHIB with the fees that they're taking in. And the reason why they would do that is because it's increasing the value of SHIB. And the more we reduce, the higher the demand. Make sense? The more we reduce, the higher the demand. What's the raffle all about? Bringing people in, reducing the circulating supply, rewarding people in SHIB. You have to buy SHIB to get rewarded in SHIB. So then we reduce the SHIB circulating supply. So all we are is a transfer of wealth. We're transferring the money that's coming in, giving the person an opportunity to win in the raffle and reduce the circulating supply of SHIB. So we would be better off buying SHIB, wouldn't we? Enormous amounts of it. Absolutely. Absolutely. We don't want to get caught. And then once we have enough money in SHIB, what's going to happen? I'm going to be reducing it with money that I've gotten from the rest of the group. But I have to pay bills. I have to look after myself. I got to look after my family. So, and I got to look after the people that are behind me too. So, everybody that comes on, I got to pay them in cash, or I can pay them in SHIB, whichever way they want, whichever way they want it, they choose it, right? So, if you get paid in SHIB, you're getting more money. It's that simple. If you're taking cash, it's going to be less money because there's fees with that. So you have to understand that too, right? But I have no problem paying in cash. The cash that you get is $50 Canadian per hour for anyone who wants to take part in data entry. So how that would work is we got a whole list of tickets sold, right? So that ticket sales comes in. What do we do with it? I send you off a list of those 100,000 or 200,000 tickets, and I ask you to verify those, please. And then I'll send you emails on those tickets that I just sent to you, the ticket numbers I just sent to you with people's addresses. Okay, so what's going to happen is it's going to have wallet addresses on there. So you have to fill out a confidentiality form and a non-disclosure form. So the non-disclosure just says that you have a security clearance, because you need a security clearance to look at these forms, because you cannot take these and hold on to them. After you're done with them, you've given me your word that you are turfing them. They are no longer part, because once you get those wallets and those addresses, all that has got to be turfed, right? You can't hold on to it. You cannot hold on to it for whatever reason you want to. You can't hold on to it. We have the same issue. Security, we want to make sure that everybody's safe in here. It's a safe area. We want to make sure that we're doing everything we can for the entire SHIB community. So that's the whole purpose of this. So then you have to fill in a non-disclosure agreement, saying that you won't. It's not that you won't talk to people about it, because we want you to talk to people about it, but we don't want you to bring up their personal wallet addresses. We don't want you to bring up their personal addresses where they live, or their numbers, or their email accounts. That you cannot hold on to. So that would be our disclosure. Okay, for talking about SHIB, absolutely, we want you to talk to everybody about the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle. Of course we do. And we want you to tell you that you're live on on live broadcast with everybody, so that everybody can understand what's going on. So when I call your name, like Jason Cox, hey Jason, how's things going on your end? Did you see any discrepancies on these email addresses I sent you? Was there anything that anyone had sent to you, or sent when I send you the links? Was there anything that they had different on their wallet addresses? And then you say no. And then I said, okay, so the number that we called is on your list. Is that legit with the number that's sitting here in front of us? So the number that's sent from the generator, that's the number that was pulled. So if that was a number that sits on Jason Cox's email list that he has, he would tell me, yes, that's the number, and check it, double check it, triple check it, and then we check it, and then I ask him the numbers, and then he gives me the read of the numbers. Everything's transparent, right? So there's no ands, ifs, or buts. So then that winner gets announced, and it goes on the website. So the name of the person that won it, just their first name, and then part of the wallet address, the last 6 numbers of the wallet address, and the first five numbers of the wallet address, and everything else is XXXXX. Once that number gets confirmed, we will send that money instantly because we want to make sure we do the burns right after, right? So once they get their money and it says pending on their end, because we have to contact them, find out if it's pending or not. After it says it's pending, we're good to go. Okay. If he's in agreement with the amount, because he should see the amount. If he doesn't see the amount, then we're on hold. We can't host a raffle until he gets paid. So that's the way raffles work. Well, this raffle works. We want to make sure that security is there. Because if he says no, it didn't show up on my end, and we say it looks good on my end, it doesn't say it on his end, we still got to wait for confirmation from him or them, whoever it may be, that we can pay him in accordingly. So, and I tell them we have sent it. I'll send you a screenshot that we sent it, and there you go, that we sent it to your wallet address that you specified. And then they come back and say that wasn't the wallet address I wanted it to go to. And I'm like, well, that's the email address that you gave us, but I changed my mind. Well, I can't reverse it. That's the thing. I can't reverse it. So you'll have to fill out a complaint sheet or a form, and tell us how we can do it better next time. Because right now, as it stands, it wouldn't hold water, right? So that's the whole purpose of that. So, and then we would send confirmation once he's agreed, or once they have agreed to it. Like, once they have agreed to it, them, it doesn't matter, him or her, his, whatever, uh, whoever they are. So if it's Jason, you won, but you're on my payroll, you can't win. Sorry. If you're on the payroll, you're taking money from us. That means you're affiliated. And anyone affiliated and your name shows up and your email address shows up, you forfeit that money. Sorry. That's the way it is. You can't be affiliated with the organization to take part in the raffle. So if you're getting paid by us, you can't take part in the raffle. So there's that disclosure, part of that disclosure agreement, right? That anyone affiliated, you can take part in the raffle, but you understand that if your number gets pulled, you are disqualified. That we can't. You can have, because if you're in a different country or whatever, you can have relatives take part in it, but please do not give out their information to anybody, and that will be in the disclosure agreement too. So realistically, any part of your family, if we know you, none of your family can buy a ticket. And that's just the way it is, because we don't want that coming back to us saying, oh, somebody won and they were part of the SHIB community. We don't want that. We don't want to be affiliated with that at all. So we don't want that kind of press release. We're supposed to be, integrity, right? Integrity. We do what we say we're going to do, and we do it with honesty and trust. And that's how we build a community. That's how we build, because we want this to succeed massively. And Jason, you want to succeed massively. Reducing circulating supply in a massive quantity, trillions upon trillions, would bring in more demand. More demand would drive SHIB's price through the roof. And as this SHIB raffle catches on, everybody's going to want to take part in it. There's not a single person on this planet that probably won't take part in it. And the fact that we can't hold it for very long is another plus, right? The maximum that we can do this for is about 2.5 years to 3 years before the supply is completely diminished. So that's what we want. We want to see that drive, right? And once this catches on, it'll be like fireworks. It'll be like gangbusters, right? Every single company in the world will want it. I'm getting paid to reduce SHIB circulating supply by my government. Are you kidding me? How come no one told me about this earlier? How come no one said a word about this? That's what people will come in and start to realize, is this is a no-brainer. Like it doesn't take it takes zero thought when you think about it. You're getting paid to reduce the circulating supply. And how many companies out there are suffering right now? It is phenomenal, right? Like real estate companies that can't make a go of it, uh, real estate agents that can't make a go of it. Uh, Commercial industry is suffering right now because there's not enough. There's too many buildings. People just are not willing to take that risk of put money into something that's not going to make any money. But SHIB, I can put my money in SHIB. I'm still losing, but I'm gaining at the same time. So it's a win-win situation for me. So every single person on the planet doesn't realize this will eventually catch on. And when they do, you should be extremely excited. Everybody should be extremely excited because you are the first settlers kind of thing that are finding your way through the fog. And it's not making much sense, but it will, and it will explode. And I mean explode. If the national banks find out about it, it's over. And you got to be smart because you got to look at how much is being reduced, who's buying, why are they buying so much. If it's a one wallet, two wallets, three wallets, four wallets, five wallets, buying all the SHIB from everybody, that's your telltale sign that the national banks have caught on. And they're only going to be about five or six wallets. That's it from each of the national banks, and they'll be buying it 30 trillion at one, 40 trillion in another, 10 trillion, 20 trillion. When you start seeing that rollover, and where do you see that? You won't see it here, right? I'm going to show you this thread. This is the Ether scan. You won't see it here. You won't see it here. Where will you see that? So this is the Ether scan. Okay. You go in here, you won't see it here either. This is the SHIB burn. It won't be here either. Where will you see it? It'll be here. This is where it'll be. This is exactly where it will be. So this is the coin carp. So you'll come in here, you'll look up Shiba Inu, and you'll come in here and see who's buying it. Now this, I got to warn you, this is a day behind. It's not 15 minutes. It's a day. 24 hours late, guys. So if they start buying it, you have to wait 24 hours to find out who. I'm not kidding. They will buy it all of it. And they will buy it in massive amounts because they're so far in debt. The only way to get out of it is to find something that's literally that can help them out. SHIB is the only currency out there that can help them out. That's cheap enough that they can get bailed out from it, and that's the whole thing. Now, why do we want to come into here and express ourselves? One, every time we make money here, we're reducing the circulating supply, so everybody should be coming into SHIB, right? Yeah, Jason, we just hit 29, right? We're in the 30s, so positive signs all around. 29,726. Woo! On fire. Everybody's saying, oh, buy XRP. Well, XRP is Ripple, and Ripple has a what? Governance. It has governance. You got to pay people, and there's some manipulation going on there. You don't know. That's the bottom line. You don't know. Can you take that chance, Jason? Not when you have a guaranteed investment. You don't need to take chances. All you got to do is invest into your guaranteed investment. Exactly. How many people are catching on to it? Not enough. This should be going by the millions. And that's the other thing. If people start realizing it, millions of people should be buying SHIB. And because it's so easy to buy it now, you can buy it on crypto.com. You can buy it on Robinhood. Robinhood's fees are really low. I told you why Robin's fees are really low. They've bought all the SHIB. They got over 120 trillion of it. They can easily give it to you for nothing, but they don't. They charge you, but they don't charge you very much because they already accumulated it so that you can buy it from them directly and sell it to them directly. Buy, sell, buy, sell. And it's going to be, they're not going to put it on the market. It's never going to go back onto the wide open market because they have so much of it. And if they start selling it in droves because they're so low in value, it's not value, so low in price, that in so much in the gas fees, everybody's going to want to buy it from them. You understand? Like you go to Margex charges you the spread and they charge you the fee. You go to Coinbase, they charge you the spread and the fee. So how much are you paying for it? Well, for me, when I first got onto Coinbase, it was $10. Well, it's like, holy crap for the fee. And then the spread killed me too. I lost $13 in this deal. I'm like, and I only wanted I wanted 50. I wanted to buy $50 worth. I ended up spending $63 to get what I want at 50. Now I was able to buy 9 million SHIB for that, but that tells you how low of a value I got it at. And then I put it on. I'm using Bitmart because Bitmart's allowing me to have multiple wallets. That's number one. Number two, three is I can transfer between those wallets. That's a bonus because all the money comes in, and then I have to transfer to the burn wallet address, and then I have to transfer what our margin is for the commission, and then the commission is what I pay all the people I have as my data entry clerks or analysts, whatever way you want to call it. Right? You're all paid under the table. It's all cash, unless you want SHIB. You get more money if it's in SHIB. I'm gonna let you know about that right away. If it's in SHIB, I just transfer it. Okay. And right now I pay $5 for the transfer on it, but it's in SHIB. So understand that, right? But it's paid out in euros. Okay. You get paid not in euros, you get paid in pounds, but it's worth SHIB. So you're only getting Canadian dollars when you want cash. Okay. Because I'm Canada. So I'm sorry. But yeah. So it's better to get paid in SHIB. Just letting you know. Because it's easy to transfer it, and once I transfer it, then boom, done. And you get that in pounds. You get it in SHIB, but it's worked out in pounds. You get more money. Just saying. Just keep that shh. Okay, we are sitting at 29. We were sitting at 29. No, we're not. Jason, what the hell happened? 28.8. We did go to 29. 29, what was it? Do we break 29.976? We did hit that 29.9. So we almost hit the 30. So we are over the 27. So that was a major resistance level. So now the next resistance level is at 30,000. If we break above 30, we are going to 36 for the support level, or roughly around 35. Yeah, 35, 36. Once we break over 36, 37, that means we are going to 44. So that's our resistance levels. That's for the day traders. Guys, are you day trading? I understand. I wouldn't day trade SHIB if you bartered with me. I just wouldn't. Like I said to everybody before, what will happen on SHIB is phenomenal. You have to be careful with SHIB. You're betting when you sell it. You're betting that 8 billion people won't find out about it. That's what you're betting on. And you know, and I know for a fact what greed does to people. When they find out that SHIB is reducing its circulating supply, and that the organizations are going to get paid to reduce it, you'd be absolutely dumbfounded to try and weasel your way through it and think that no one's going to find out about it. right? So people can go on Margex, they can go on anything they want. They can go and figure this stuff out on their own, and they can try and work through what's going to happen. But the truth of the matter is, you're betting when you're gambling with SHIB, you're betting 8 billion people on this planet will not find out about it. That's what you're betting against. And there's not a single soul out there that doesn't want to make money. Like, you ask yourself, how many people that I know right now could use another $1,000, $500, $800, like right now, right? So that's what you're betting. That's what I'm seriously thinking. That's what you're betting against. That's why I say to you that you have no idea when it's going to happen, and you're going to be so thankful that you stayed in it, right? Now, the bull run is this year. So the alt season is about to take off. It's not yet, right? Alt season doesn't start till next month, till January. So keep that in mind. And it only lasts for about 18. No, only lasts for about 11 months. So right up until October, November, and then it starts to slide off, and then we get the dip just before Christmas. So just so that you're aware of it, that's what happened every 4 years. This is what happens. So please keep that in mind. SHIB should never go down. Absolutely. 100% agree with it. But if the raffle doesn't kick off soon, that's what we're faced with. Because what's going to happen with the raffle is it's going to speed the process up. Right, Jason? It's going to speed the process up. As we reduce the circulating supply, it'll drive in more demand. That's just common sense. You reduce the circulating supply, and you're reducing it in such a level that people can't comprehend. That's the truth of it. And because everyone wants to take part in the raffle, because there's multiple winners. It's not just one winner; it's multiple winners. And when you know you have multiple winners coming into a thing, all of a sudden it starts to kick in to everybody that SHIB is actually where I want to be. I want to be in something that is benefiting me, and it's reducing its circulating supply on a daily basis. Are you kidding me? I want to be part of that organization. I want to be part of that mix. So everybody wants to get in. There isn't a single soul on the planet that doesn't want to make money. That is your niche. That is your one priority in this whole fiasco. Anyway, I'm Will, your host. Thanks, Jason, for coming. Big shout out to Jason Cox. Thank you so much, and take care. God bless you and your family and your friends. And I want to thank you for coming and sharing. And I'm looking forward to the next tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. We have another raffle draw. I'm hoping to sell tickets so we can start this ball rolling, so that everybody can start seeing just how powerful SHIB can actually become. And like I said to you before, with the 1.4 billion removed yesterday, it takes them time to realize what's going on. Like I said, if you go on the exchange, if you go on the coin carp, look up Shiba Inu, you actually see, but that's a 24-hour lay, right? It's not up to speed. It's a 24-hour relapse. So it's not updated every 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. No, 24 hours you have to wait for that. So if you're thinking about selling it, you have to have that 24-hour loop. Sometimes SHIB doesn't give you that opportunity. It starts to sell off, and you're thinking to yourself, oh, if I sold it. But remember, when you're selling it on the point that it's selling off right now. So you got to keep that in mind too. And yes, there's money to be made if you sell it, but you're betting, you're hoping, right? Don't let the ticker die. If I sell it, will people start jumping into it? And if they do, it's going higher. So, and you're betting that they're not going to find out. And you look at my website and you look at how many people I got coming on, and you're going, thank God no one's coming to Will's site. No one's coming to the SHIB Worldwide 50/50 raffle to see this. Because if they did, they would start to realize that, yeah, you might want to buy some. It might not be very much that you buy, but you want to buy it. I'm not selling. Yeah. And good on you. But I'm pretty sure that you would be selling at a certain point there, Jason. I'm not sure when that would be, but um, yeah, you would just keep your eyes open, your ears to the grindstone, as they say, and we'll see how far it goes from there. Yeah, we've just hit 3,000. We're at 29,033. Woo! Woo! SHIB, baby. SHIB. Anyway, Scott, have a great night. We'll talk to you later. As always, tomorrow. Let's see if we can get something going. Hopefully, we can sell some tickets and have a raffle draw. I'd love to have a raffle draw, guys. I want to see us reduce SHIB on a massive scale. This education part of it, I can only go on about it so often and so long. I get excited just thinking about the raffle because I know for a fact we would get there in a heartbeat once it starts catching on because it would drive so many eyes to SHIB. You imagine 5,000, 10,000 pounds of SHIB being burned? That would be massive. $1.20. What? $1.23? Am I hearing that right, Jason? $1.23. That would be nice, eh? Yeah, well, we get this raffle going, we can get to $10. Just like that within a year, right? Because everybody will want it. There isn't a single soul that wouldn't want to buy a ticket or at least be in SHIB, right? So it does two things. It drives people to take it in. Oh, yeah. And that would be good, right? That would be awesome. And that's what we want. Yeah, it just gets us there faster. That's all. Well, I'm hoping that national banks don't see it, but I know for a fact they're going to start. It's just a matter of time. There's just so much debt, that yeah, and that they take it and you don't sell it for 123, you better be holding it for a dollar for 120, $123. Not all of it. I understand you won't be holding all of it, but you should have some of it left. A couple 100,000 at least, right? Of SHIB left, so that you don't lose out on your potential, right? You don't want to lose out on the potential. Anyway, Jason, have a great and wonderful evening. We'll talk to you later. We're here tomorrow, so always good to see you. Love you. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great and wonderful evening. Bye.